Welcome, DC family. This is the District Sports Report. My name is Gregory Henderson. This is my right-hand man.
Uptown Waller.
You know how we do. Reporting on the last 4 Wizards games. Wizards closed out the month of January and opened up the month of February. Had a winning record in the month of January. Wizards were actually making a little bit of a surge. To about 4 games ago, on the 29th of January, we played the Cleveland Cavaliers. So this is a team that it's a revenge game for us. They beat us the last time we played. We're playing in Cleveland. It's a road game. We haven't won many of those.
And it should be an easy win, people.
Should be, right? But wasn't. We got dominated. We lost 116 to 113. Know what you're thinking? It's only a 3-point loss. Yeah, it was close in the first half, but we got dominated in the second half. Another disastrous third quarter. We got outscored, I think, 35 to 22. Jordan Clarkson, who we drafted, right? Ernie Brumfield drafted him and threw him away. He ended up with the Lakers, now with Cleveland, scored a season-high 28 points. C.D. Osman, the up-and-coming second-year player for Cleveland, scored a game second high of 26. He's just been invited to the Rising Star Challenge to play for the world in the All-Star game. Now, Bill was interviewed after the game, and when they asked him why did we lose, his excuse was that we underestimated the team. He said, quote, "We probably thought Cleveland was terrible, and they came out and punched us in the mouth, just like they did the last time we were here. Same result." So I'm wondering, Bill, you're a smart dude, man. Like, where is this thinking coming from, right? Like, how are we underestimating this team? Like, number one, did we won more games than Cleveland? Okay, yeah. We had a better record than Cleveland. I give them that.
I agree.
All right, I'll give you that. We got a better record. Fine. All right. Are we coming off a win? Do we have some momentum or something? No. We lost to the Spurs. Did we beat them in our last game? No. Cleveland beat us last time, so I don't know where we would think we were so much better than them just because of our record. And are we a over 500 team? Like, are we a successful team? Are we a winning team right now in the league?
Hell no.
No, we're under 500. So how are you thinking you better than anybody? How are you coming in with a losing record, trying to make the playoffs, right? You're behind the playoff race, and you underestimating the team, not giving your full effort. Like, that makes no sense, Bill. I just don't get it, right? You can't take any team for granted with your record, right? Bill said everybody's a pro, right? You got to respect everybody in this league, and we didn't do that. I'm not buying it, right? Maybe we're just not that good. Like, maybe we're not that much better than Cleveland, right? I think in a 7-game series, it's questionable if we can beat anybody right now. All right?
Agreed.
Now, Bill, when he said this, I think he was only speaking to the starters because the bench players balled out. That's why the game was as close as it was at the end. All right? Bill was our leading scorer. But our second leading scorer was Jordan McRae, who we've been begging to put in the lineup the last, I don't know how many shows, right? He's the G League leading scorer, right? He led a furious fourth quarter comeback, scored 15 points in only 8 minutes, all right? He went 5 for 5 from the field, 3 for 3 from the free throw line, and 2 for 2 from three-point range. You can't get more perfect than that, right? Almost pulled off a win. Troy Brown had the ball. We were down by 3. He had a chance to tie it, but they stole the ball from him. It was a tough moment for the rookie. Bill put his arm around him, told him, hey, look, you'll see better days. Keep your head up, Rook. Keep your head up. All right. Next game is a back-to-back, right? We're on a back-to-back. We played Indiana at home. It's weird. Like, we are 1-8 on the front end of back-to-backs and 7-2 on the back end. Normally, you're tied on the second game, right?
It's the other way around.
It's completely discombobulated.
Yeah.
So, will the trend continue against Indiana? Damn sure it did. We won in a landslide, 107-89. Indiana was playing, I think, their first or second game without Oladipo after he went down with the knee injury. Respect and peace up to you, bruh.
Home team.
Bill scored 25 and 6 rebounds and 6 assists, but the bench mob came through big time. 58 points from the bench on 54% shooting from the field.
Yeah.
And we held Indiana. The defense actually showed up this game to 89 points, I think on 39% shooting. So good defensive effort. But the bench was really the catalyst for the game, led by my man, Georgetown's finest, Uncle Jeff Green, who scored 23 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. And who backed him up? Once again, Jordan McRae, right? Scored in double figures again. He had 12 points, good efficient playing, good shooting. He's just an offensive player, man. The boy can just put the ball in the hole, right?
Yeah.
So we closed out January with an 8-6 record, a winning record. Hey, it's better than what we're working with any other month during the league, during the season. But the next game we have is up against the mighty Bucks. Now this time the Greek Freak is in the house. Last time we played the Bucks, we won, but Giannis Antetokounmpo was not on the line.
Yeah, he didn't play.
No, he didn't play. So this is our first game in February. Chance to get off Black History Month with a W, right? The game started out on a bang, man. My man Sato posterized Brook Lopez,
Really?
man. He straight sports centered that dude, man. Oh, he bodied him, bro. He put him 6 feet deep with that dunk, man. But that was about our only highlight of the game, because after that, they just ran us out of our own building, man. The game was over at really the first quarter. We were down by 11, and then the second quarter, we got outscored by 12. So we were down by 23 at halftime, right? You know what happens when we get down by double figures.
We
especially
stay
when
down.
we're down by 20.
We stay down, man. It's ridiculous, man.
So we were outclassed by one of the best teams in the league, right? We all know that Milwaukee is one of the top teams in the league in the East right now. Giannis has 37 points and set a franchise record going 17 for 17 from the free throw line. My man was hot, and we just were hacking.
Yeah, there you go. I'm like, man.
Chris Middleton poured in 20 points to back him up. And, of course, Bill led us in scoring with 24. But my man, Uncle Jeff Green, another great game off the bench, scoring with 18 points. But like I said, it was a landslide. We just looked like we were outclassed, just playing a team that we couldn't compete with. Just didn't look like we had anything to bring on the floor. What do you think, Waller?
I mean, games like this, when you play real good teams that are on paper is good, record is good.
Yeah.
This one, it shows you that you need to make moves to get better players.
Yeah.
Or you gotta fight these guys that you're developing. You gotta give them more time.
Something.
We really didn't know Giannis would be like this his first or second year.
Hey,
we knew he was going to be okay, but I mean, look at him. He's the Greek Freak.
MVP. MVP.
Yeah.
All right. So we got crushed by the Bucks, but look who we got coming next. The Atlanta Hawks. Another worst team in the league who pretty much just blew up their team. Rebuilding mode, full-fledged. They got Trae Young leading the attack.
Beast.
Right? A good young rookie, looking like a young Steph out there. But we're at home, right? Atlanta's coming in with a record of 17-35. So on paper, this is a game we're supposed to win. It's a bottom seller team who's also tanking, trying to get one of these top draft picks. And we're coming off a loss to Cleveland, one of the worst teams in the league. So we're trying to redeem ourselves, right? And we wouldn't underestimate this team, right?
Yeah.
We wouldn't take them for granted, right?
Yeah.
It was embarrassing. I actually went to this game and was just standing up in the stands cursing at players all day. People probably thought I was crazy.
Yeah, you are.
We
Especially
allowed
at the game.
we allowed Atlanta to build several big leads. It's just terrible defense. We ended up getting beat 137 to 129. Where Bill had 27, Green
matter.
had 26.
Don't matter.
We actually had 4 players that scored over 20 points. McCray had 20. And my man Ariza poured in 25.
Yeah.
But it wasn't nearly enough. Even though we lost by 8, the game wasn't even that close.
Yes.
And it's pitiful because this team, Atlanta, is the worst three-point shooting team in the league. But we allowed them to shoot 50%. And I don't mean 5 of 10. 20 for 40.
Yeah.
23 pointers against the Atlanta Hawks, the worst three-point shooting team in the league. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
This is supposed to be a team that was rallying on defense, really like changing the narrative.
So we
Didn't
let the
happen.
worst three-point shooting team do it.
Yep.
Then we let one of the best do it with Houston with the most attempts against us. So
Correct.
Obviously, there's no perimeter defense being played in Washington. So
Unbelievably bad. I mean, just completely embarrassing effort. This might go down as really the worst loss of the season, especially as we're trying to make a playoff push. To lose at home against the Atlanta Hawks is just despicable and asinine.
yeah.
So, Wiz have now lost 4 out of our last 5 games, right? 2 against Cleveland and Atlanta. Now, after the Cleveland game, Ted Leosis came out publicly and said that we are not trading Wall, we're not trading Bill, and we're not trading Otto Porter. We're going to make the playoffs. Bill backed him up saying, never would I tank. Tanking is not in my DEA. We're going to make the playoffs. I like it, but it's just not true.
Yeah.
This team is not making the playoffs, y'all. We're not. Even though we're in 10th place right now, we're only 3 games back of Miami, but we're not going to make the playoffs.
Miami's better than us.
All the teams ahead of us are better than us, and if we keep losing to bottom teams like this, it's just no chance. It's just no chance. So, I was cursing somebody at that Atlanta game pretty profusely, and his name is Otto Porter. His new name to me is Otto Porter Potty, okay? Because his game is some straight shiznitty, all right? Like, he was stinking up the joint, all right? Like some poo-poo, all right? Defensively, players are running right past him, easy layups, open jump shots. Offensively, the dude is not aggressive, and when he does shoot, he's not scoring at a high clip. He's like Casper the Friendly Ghost. You barely even know he's on the floor, right? And he's getting max money, y'all. I repeat, max money, making $27 million a year, eating up all of our cap space, preventing us from bringing in any viable talent.
But we knew this from watching this boy in college.
We knew this.
Going to Georgetown, we went to a lot of those games.
Yep.
We saw him as a good kid, but I just didn't see that killer instinct in him. So I never looked at him as being anything but just maybe an average NBA player once he got there. So.
We didn't want him.
Yeah.
And we loved him.
Yeah.
So that tells you something.
Yeah.
We loved Otto Porter. He was Georgetown home. He was our best player on our team. He took us to the tournament. But we didn't want him on our team. We just knew that he wasn't going to be a good fit for the Wizards, and he wasn't going to be that player that was going to take us to the next level. And hey, things have
boy, give him a deal.
Out.
Give him a max deal.
Yep.
That's what we do here.
Well, my problem is with all the money that he's making. To me, he's not even the best forward on our team.
Mm-hmm.
All right. If you look at our makeup, we have Trevor Ariza now, who is a better forward than Otto Porter at this point in his career, even though he's 33 and Otto's like 23, 24. Jordan McRae, the boy is a better, pure offensive scorer. Jordan McRae scored 20 points in 26 minutes this game. Okay, I didn't mention Otto Porter as one of the players that scored 20, and that's not surprising. Jeff Green, Uncle Jeff Green is having a hell of a year. He's another player who is better than Otto Porter, offensively and defensively.
And let's note this: all these people that he's bringing up aren't making nowhere near what Otto Porter's making, and that's the point that I think you're trying to make, right?
Yep, that's the point.
So I mean, it's frustrating.
But sad news. It's a sad day in Washington D.C. Breaking news: John Wall fell in his home. He was already out for the rest of the season, nursing a heel injury, which he had to get surgery for. And the heel obviously is close to his Achilles, so it had some Achilles
rupture.
Well, his heel injury had some Achilles stuff with it.
Yeah,
so
but the word they used was rupture.
So he fell at home. I don't know what he was doing, but he fell at home and he ruptured that Achilles. So now the timetable for his return is now 4 more months, and it's at least a year.
Yeah, 1 year.
Okay. Now, people looking at DeMarcus Cousins saying, hey, look at my man playing for Golden State. He's back. He's looking good. That Achilles tendon, players are coming back from it now, just like NFL players are coming back from ACLs.
Yep.
It's a different story with Wall, y'all. You cannot compare DeMarcus Cousins with John Wall. I'm going to name you 3 players that had Achilles tendon injuries and were never the same. Chauncey Billups was never the same. Isaiah Thomas, Zeke, my man, was never the same. He retired after he tore his Achilles. Kobe Bryant, one of the best players of all time, tore his Achilles. He wasn't the same.
Yeah, and it was late in his career, but
all 3 of those players have one thing in common. They could all shoot a J.
They had a jumper.
Consistent jumper. So when you lose your athleticism, which happens when you rupture your Achilles, you no longer can run as fast, you no longer can jump as high. Wall will be 30 years old when he returns from this injury. Okay, he's not 22.
With no jumper.
With no jumper. So how is he going to overcompensate for an injury that prevents him from being as explosive as he used to be when he has no jumper to fall back on?
And this point in your career is when you have to learn how to have other things in your game, which a jumper will be the first thing. A mid-range, a pick and roll, elbow jumper. Yep. You know, like we watch all the good ones. You look at Lillard, you look at McCullough. Like, these dudes are pure shooters. Yep. And this guy hasn't improved that. You know, unfortunately, he hasn't. The numbers show.
We love you all,
but
your jumper is not wet.
Yeah.
And for you to try to come back from Achilles injury and expect for you to be the same Wall star that you were before is really not realistic.
And looking at the numbers from your contract or the money you're going to make this year, next year and the year after are all in the 40 millions.
It's unbelievable.
38 to 40 million each year.
It's the worst contract in the year in the league.
Ever.
Yep.
So what do?
It's another Gilbert Arenas situation. If y'all remember, Gilbert Arenas got injured. He had a big contract, right? And he tried to come back, and he was never the same. But guess what? Hibachi had a jump shot.
Did he?
So he could at least put the ball in the hole.
What we were lucky at that time to just been getting Wall and giving him the chance of being the young guy to kind of take over. Because Gil could have made it.
Yep.
That was my favorite Wizard of this era anyway.
Me too, bro.
I'd have took Hibachi any day.
Hey, I think we have to rebuild. Now, it's been a lot of commentary after Wall got injured, whether we should stick with Bradley Beal, whether we should trade Bradley Beal, whether we should blow this whole thing up. I'm going to tell y'all right now, there's no other choice
but to blow
the whole team up.
Blow it up.
We even have to trade Bradley Beal, and I know you're saying, why would we trade our best player? Number one, Bradley Beal's in the prime of his career. He's 27 years old, coming into his own.
Get the best that you can get for him now.
He's the best, probably, or second best shooting guard in the league right now. Now, Beal is not going to want to go through a rebuilding stage where we trade everybody else and keep him, because we've seen that Beal can't carry you as a team. You know, in this league, not one player can carry anybody. You're looking at LeBron James looking for all this help, right? So not one player can carry a team to the playoffs or to be a championship contender. So you can't expect for Beal to do that. And you don't want him to be on a sorry team where we just got nothing but, you know, rookies and undrafted free agents, and we're pretty much, you know, rebuilding and just trying to hold on to him. Let that man fly. Let that man go somewhere, be successful. Like, don't drag him through a rebuild, okay? It's not going to be fair to him, and we're still not going to win. We're still not going to win. All right? One of my takeaways from this Atlanta game, and we'll get back to this Wall and Beal and rebuilding situation in a minute. I got to get on Ernie Grunfeld, man, because he's at the heart of all this, right? We can't have any trades. We can't have any rebuild. We can't have anything until Ernie Grunfeld makes a move or Ted makes a move and get him out of here. Kevin Huerter, rookie, Atlanta Hawks, scored 19 points against us. Kevin Huerter was drafted number 19 in the draft. He's a hometown product. Went to Maryland University, started at Maryland, had a great collegiate career for 2 years. He was 5 of 7 from three-point range in the game. Lighten it up. Troy Brown, my man, who I like, was drafted number 15 in the draft. He didn't even play in this game. We draft a guy who's not ready to play. He's a project. He's not quite ready to play in the NBA. Why? We're not a team that has that luxury to draft somebody we can wait on to develop. We need somebody that can play right now. We were the 8th seed last year.
Yes.
Guys, Troy Brown, at this point, right now, is the worst first-round pick in the league by productivity and minutes played. They are undrafted free agents and second-round picks that are getting more burn and being more productive than Troy Brown. This falls squarely on Ernie Grunfeld. I like you, Troy, but it's a bad choice because you can't help us this year when we really need you.
And you know what? I agree with mostly everything you're saying, but my issue is still, it starts with Ernie, with Scott Brooks, man. You got to have these guys playing. You got to give them the minutes, too, man. It's a trickle effect. It starts from there and goes down. But the coach, man, I don't know what his issue is with giving players time. I don't know, man.
This man had Harden as a six-man,
yeah,
okay?
As a six-man.
He don't know how to play the young cats, bruh.
Yeah.
I don't even blame Scott Brooks. His track record speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Ernie Grunfeld hired this man and paid him $7 million, made him one of the highest coaches in the year when he was sitting at home with his kids playing tiddlywinks. Nobody was coming after this dude.
Yeah.
Nobody was saying, oh, we got to get Scott Brooks. It's a bidding war. We're going against the Wizards. Let's offer him more money. No, nobody even wanted this dude. The jury out on him was that he wasn't a creative offensive player, that he couldn't even win with Durant, Westbrook, and Harden. And we bring him to us like he's going to be our savior. Oh, he's going to bring Durant here.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. So I blame Ernie Grunfeld. I don't even blame Scott Brooks anymore. He is what he is.
I blame all of them. But he starts at the top. Ernie, you suck. Go somewhere else, man. Retire. Let somebody else with some experience come to the city.
All right. This is what I got to say about John Wall at this point. Like Wallace said, this man's making 38 next year, 40 the following year, 42 or 43 the following year, and ended up his last year when he's 33, 34 years old, making $46 million against our cap. I think we might have to buy this dude out and just swallow whatever hit we're going to take. Because paying him $160 million rather than giving him like 75, 80 to walk away will free us up. Wall, I love you, bro. Like, I love you like a brother. I think you rep our city more than any other player of all the Washington teams have ever had. And I wear your jersey with pride, and I will always say you're one of my favorite Wizards. But I am a Wizard fan, and I ride with the Wizards over any player. Like, I'm going New England Patriot status with that. You know what I mean? It's the organization. Hey, you know, I like Brady. I like Brady. I'm going organization over any player, even if I love him, right? It's the Wizards first. Best for the team. And best for the team right now is getting rid of John Wall's salary. I'm sorry. Because of the salary situation, with Otto maxed out, with Bill maxed out, with Wall maxed out, super maxed out, we can't get better. We can't draft anybody. We can't sign any free agents. We have no cap space. We have no money. We are doomed.
And I don't understand. This guy acts like we're going to get better this season for some reason. Like,
man, look.
It makes no sense.
We have no assets to trade. The only asset we have is Bradley Beal. So our only option is to trade Bradley, get something for him, draft picks I would like, so we can start a new young core that this town can get excited about. Yeah, we're going to lose for a while, but we'll have some young cats that are hungry that hopefully can be winners in the future. This ball, wheel combination is worn out its welcome. It's run its course. It hasn't worked. We're not getting out the second round of the playoffs. You think these guys are going to get better, older, and now injured? Nah. You got to blow it up. Iraq. All right? Take this thing down. ISIS, whatever. Put that bomb. All right? There's no hope. There's no hope. If you truly love your team, you put the team above the players. I think we got to let the players go. Hey, look at the Atlanta Hawks, right? They suck right now. It's true. But they got Trae Young. They got that boy Tayshaun Prince. Now they got the boy Herter. And now they're going to have a top 5 pick probably in the draft. Maybe they get lucky to get Zion Williamson. Maybe they get R.J. Barrett. Now you got a good young team. You can get excited about.
They had Vince Carter that had the best game of the year.
Yep, 16 points.
I mean.
Yep. So, look,
so frustrating.
Ernie must go.
Yeah.
Ernest, get out of my town, right? Because this is the key, y'all. We can't do a rebuild with Ernie Grunfeld. He cannot be allowed to have the keys to the car to
even open the door.
I mean, no. He's had his time. He's had how many teams has he had? The Gilbert and the Butler and the Jameson team. Right now we got the ball and the Wall and the Bill. No. You don't get a third try. You're out. Peace out. New squad, new GM, new ownership. Well, we won't get new ownership, but new leadership. Let's tear this thing up, man. Let's tear this thing up. All right, that's it for me, man. I'm tired of raving. What's going on? Is there some happiness you can give me with the top floor breakdown, Waller?
Yeah, man. The Caps finally got a win, baby. Caps got a win. They beat the Vancouver Canucks 3-2.
Yep.
Brandon Holtby had 30 saves. One of them was lethal in actually winning the game.
Yes, Brandon.
So that helped us, man. It was a penalty save.
Woo.
So that's what helped us, man. As spring training arrives, Bryce Harper still hasn't decided where he wants to go. I think he's been a little spoiled and selfish. You know, he's asking for 10 years, $300 million?
At least that.
Nobody's really offered that to him except us because we love him so much.
Yep.
He hasn't gotten back to us. One thing you don't want to do in the baseball business is wait close to spring training to try to get a deal because most people won't be looking for you.
They spent all their money.
Yeah, they already spent their money to see, you know.
They've already signed all their players.
They're ready to get the season going. So, Bryce, you know we want you. We need you, you know. I understand, but obviously you're not getting the love that you deserve. You're only going to get it from us, man. So come home. Bring your ass home.
Come on home, Bryce. Look, you're not going to get 10 years, $300 million from anybody else, bro. Yeah. You should have took that first offer for real.
Yeah, you're tripping.
So you're gonna lose some money. Sure.
Yeah, And the Capital City Go-Go, they beat the Salt Lake City 118-113.
Yes.
McCray had 34 points, man. No, I'm not surprised.
The boy's a beast.
You know, it's just frustrating, man, to see certain people shine and not get, you know, what they deserve. So, DC, we're going to stick with you to the end.
Always.
We love you. Stay tuned. Like, comment, support District Sports Report. We love y'all, man.
Next game, Milwaukee Bucks. Are we at home or in Milwaukee? In Milwaukee, in Wisconsin.
Ooh.
See what happens.
Man.
Woo. All right.
Jesus.
I know. Peace out, y'all. Much love.